Hello, Daniel here from Breath Behaviour Belief. Today I just want to talk about something that's not spoken about much, and that is the emotional and psychological damage and harm that some people experience post having a cardiac surgery or a cardiac intervention. Now, not only is the medical event traumatic enough, the fact that they may have had a heart attack, may have been for major invasive surgery, they now have a sort of PTSD, emotional dysregulation after the event. The doctors are telling them they're fine, their heart might be working fine, they've done the business, they've got in there. But now this person is back out in the community, just expected to get on with it, when they may be experiencing side effects of medication, sometimes quite severe. They may feel that they can't trust their body in the way they used to. They may be having emotional dysregulation, angry outbursts or episodes of sadness. And there's no specific care out there for this. There's no mention of it. It's interesting that although we've got very, very good at fixing the physical side of cardiac problems, the emotional side, the psychological side is not really catered for. And that's where I hope to make a difference with Metatrance, is to help these people with specific techniques and therapy to be able to move beyond the emotional trauma, be able to let go of the PTSD, and be able to embrace the second chance, the new lease of life that they now have following the surgery, although I do understand that it may not feel that way for some people. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that today, that although we can fix the physical, sometimes this creates a whole wave of psychological and emotional problems, traumas, that are then not addressed. So I've always believed that the mental, the emotional and the physical are all intrinsically connected, and we do ourselves a disservice as a profession if we treat one but not the others. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy to live in a world where there are cardiac specialists. If I have a heart attack, if I, God forbid, need heart surgery one day, I want to go and see the best cardiac surgeon I can find. I want to see the best cardiologist to specialise and zone in on my heart and fix that. But what we then need after that is a more generalized approach to be able to look at the wider implications of that, the psychological implications, the emotional implications, the lifestyle implications that follow on from that. So I've often heard it said, we know the first half of this saying, a jack of all trades is a master of none. But what we don't often hear is the full saying, which is a jack of all trades, a master of none, is often better than a master of one. And this is harking back to the days of the Renaissance man, the guys that would do a bit of science, a bit of art, a bit of this, a bit of that. And, your Leonardo da Vinci's, the people that drew from many influences to be able to produce things that are truly beautiful, truly unique. And I believe we should be aiming for that with health. Yes, have your specialists to go in and do the fine tuning on the heart, to do what needs to be done at a fine precision level. But then we need to zoom out once again and look at the whole person and look at, okay, so what's happening emotionally after the operation? What's happening psychologically? What's happening physically? Regardless of whether the heart's ticking away quite nicely, the heart could be fine after the operation, but it's everything else that comes with that I'm interested in helping people resolve and helping people move on from. So if you'd like to speak to someone who has got a grounding in medical knowledge, has got 20 years of medical expertise working in cardiac care, as well as remote area settings and accident and emergencies, a real understanding of medical issues, as well as a deep understanding of psychological and emotional care and how we can bring all those elements together to create a sense of well-being and health going forward. You know, it's my ambition to help people make the rest of their life the best of their life, regardless of what state of health they're starting from. So please do get in touch if that sounds interesting.